There's never been a player like this, ever. He is such a Swiss Army knife that when he leaves, teams plummet because they have to replace 5 things he does better than everybody on the team.
Should have gotten the MVP.
I mean, if we're talking strictly based off stats, like he checks every.
It's him every year, though, in that regard, right? Does anyone do more for one team?
He's had a go here. It's a goal. Well, he's point blank. Has a go here, and he scores direct from the free kick.
Well, you know, I definitely know that he's playing at that MVP level, and I mean, I've seen this guy play a lot of years, and you know, he never ceases to amaze me, but sometimes he does, you know.
I feel like for years he shied away from saying I'm here, and when he started to say, "Fuck y'all, I'm here," that's when he became who he is, and no one would have ever said that until he did it himself.
Yeah, well, you know, of course, he greeted me at the door, and we sat down, and I tell you something, Jimmy, this guy is so smart. And we just, you know, started talking about how we both grew up first, and how we had probably the same expectations of, you know, people expect us to win and be good.
He's tried his shot from long range. Well, that's an absolutely stunning strike. I cannot believe he took that on Martin. It stunned me, and it certainly stunned the keeper. Well, they'll be showing that up.
And this is what the greats do. The Brian O'Driscolls, the Tony McCoys, the Ruby Walshes, you know, the Henry Shefflins. They do it when everyone else just can't find it. And he found that opportunity because he was looking for it. He wasn't looking for someone else to do it. He knew that it was him. He was the last man with the guts and the talent and the magic to do it. It was awesome.
The shot's on. It's in. Fine moment for them. They've got a firmer grip on the game now.
I love his competitiveness, and I think he will be the one who would be the most successful, because I love his tenaciousness, I love his competitiveness, and certainly anyone would want to have him. A guy who I think was just so tenacious and never gave up, regardless of whether you had the best of him or not.
It's 10 straight years of being able to watch greatness, and I'll be honest with you, and I thought I sensed this from both Mark and Jeff. There was a point at which Jeff said, this guy, like, I'm in awe, and he's making shots that we've watched for 10 straight years, and there's still nights like tonight where I'm sitting there, I'm having this visceral reaction, my arms are up in the air, I'm leaning back, I'm shaking my head, I'm screaming to my producer, Tim Corrigan, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's special. I feel very lucky, to be perfectly frank with you, to watch this man work. I really do.
What he has accomplished is the greatest thing I've probably ever seen in sport. I've said that before.
And there was a ruthlessness about him, about the way he did it, that was really characteristic of all the greats in sport, that there's a ruthlessness about, they execute beautifully and they take your breath away.
Look, the F.Woo Senior is easily one of the greatest players of our generation. With over 400 appearances, 100 goals, 250 plus assists, it's hard not to say he isn't up there with the greats. Playing with him was a great honor.